Hey, what's up, everyone? I am your host, Charlie, and welcome to the Inner Circle Presents Keep It or Shredded. Let's go. Yes. Welcome. Listen, the Met Gala went down last night, and we had to cover it. We had to come to you guys and listen. One of the things we love to do on our Instagram page. If you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure to follow us on Instagram. Is take the polls and see what the people are thinking, what the people are feeling. And we definitely going to discuss it today. We're going to get into some looks last night. But first of all, let's get into it. Let's get into, the Met Gala has a theme every year, right? This year, the theme was costume art, and it's basically references exhibitions of pairings of garments with art objects or art inspired paintings like that one right there. Not that one. That one painting on me. That one, fashion. But let's get into it. That was a theme. So now, listen. Sometimes it's hard to differentiate and vote based on if people follow the theme or if people just look good or if they look horrible but they follow the theme. You know what I mean? But we're still gonna get into it because I even have conflict with that. um I even voted initially for some of the looks a certain way, but then today, after some sleep, I looked at some looks and I'm like, nah, that wasn't it. So we're definitely gonna get into all that and some more. But listen, do you guys know that there's actually strict rules to the Met Gala? And I've always heard this for the many years that the Met Gala has gone on. And throughout the years gotten bigger and the thing to do. Obviously, listen, we wake up the next day to AI photos of people at the Met Gala, and we even got into some fun with it. And we'll talk about that later. But there's the Met Gala has 10 strict rules that all its attendees must abide. So before we get into some looks, let's get into some of the these 10 strict rules that celebrities can't break. So starting with the first one, no phones, no proof, right? Since 2015, phones are technically banned inside the Met Gala. No selfies, no reposting, nothing. So there's that. And then this rule is funny because it's 18 plus only. Since 2008, guests must be 18 plus. Organizers deemed it not appropriate for minors, regardless of fame. What I guess Beyonce, the queen bee, as many of you will say, mother, broke that rule being a co-chair this year because Blue Ivy, obviously not 18, walked the Met Gala. And that was a moment, if you guys seen, and we seen Jay-Z also at the Met Gala. But a quick little break from that. Are people saying that Beyonce looked a little annoyed with Jay-Z when he wanted to come into photos? I actually thought they called him into the photos, like for op. But then I look at her face and body language, and yeah, who knows? But 18 plus only. But if anyone's gonna break that rule, it will be Beyonce with her, with who's going to be her predecessor, Blue Ivy. Next, the 20-second rule. You got 20 seconds with Anna. At the top of the stairs, guests get only a few seconds to greet Anna. Okay, Queen Elizabeth. You won't sit with your partner. Sitting is carefully engineered. Couples are usually separated to encourage new connections and powerful conversations. No garlic or no onions. This one's a little perplexing, but it kind of makes sense when you really think about it, especially on a night like that. Your breath matters. Hello. Strong smelling ingredients are banned. Close conversations, cameras, zero tolerance for bad breath. Listen, we get it. And it's like one of the fanciest nights, right? Um, to add, no parsley or no chives. Now, this one's a little funny. Nothing stuck in your teeth, even herbs are controlled. Anything that could ruin a smile is removed from the menu. I mean, a little weird, but it makes sense at the same time. No smoking. One smoke equals blacklist. Supposedly, smoking is strictly prohibited inside. It risks damaging prices, artwork, and your reputation. Now, listen, for those of you who do not know, the Met Gala it takes place in a fancy, exquisite historical museum. So that also makes sense. Be on time. Miss your slot, miss the carpet. Guests are assigned exact arrival times. Late arrivals risk losing their moment or entry. Now, I did not know about this. I just found this out yesterday. Like this was my first time that no, I did not know like guests were assigned times. And with Rihanna being one of the last to be able to arrive, it makes a lot of sense. And when I say it makes a lot of sense in a good way for Rihanna. Anna Winter's approval. The Anna Winter okay, aka AWOK, stamp. Every guest and outfit must be approved by Anna Wintour. No approval equals no invite. Follow the theme is another rule. So yeah, I've always heard that. But with that being said, if Anna Wintour approves all the looks, why the hell some of those looks do make it, and some looks that don't even make sense with the theme. But anywho, let's get into some of those looks now that we went into some rules at the Met Gala, right? Um, let's get into some of the polls that we got into some of the looks here. Now, bear with me. I think Gizmo wants to get into some of the looks, right? Is that Gizmo barking? Don't mind if he barks. He may be giving his yeah or nay. But one of the first ones that we're going to get into is Emma Chamberlain. And listen, this look, when I first seen it, was one of the first looks of the night. And I loved it. I guess from what I hear, it was inspired by a Van Gogh painting. And as you guys see up there, I'm a Van Gogh guy. I like Van Gogh. I think his art pieces are exquisite and very dreamy. So this dress for me was like, as soon as I seen it, I fell in love with it. We took a poll and 83% agree 83% agree with me. 17% said shred it, while 83% said keep it. I love this. I don't even know who she is, to be honest, y'all. Emma Chamberlain, and I don't know if she's an actress, what she's done, what she's played in, whatever. I'm assuming an actress. If she was a musician, I most likely would have heard from her of who she is. But nonetheless, I know who she is now because this dress, amazing. And 83% of you agreed. Moving on to Sabrina Carpenter. Now, Sabrina's been on a road with a collaboration with Madonna. She was just at Coachella. And listen, out of all the votes, 100% of you guys said keep it. This was actually inspired by a movie from Audrey Hepburn, if I'm not mistaken, titled Sabrina. So very tongue-in-cheek. And we know Sabrina's a very tongue-in-cheek type of girl, especially with her music. So yeah, there she goes. 100% said keep it. Moving on to Cardi B. Now, this is a look that initially, this is at the top of the show. I said there were some looks that I voted for and was for initially, but after waking up, marinating on it, I'm like, nah. Cardi B, this look, listen, the people voted and it was split. It's 50-50. But initially I said keep it, but it's a shred it for me. And I don't know, looking at it from a different perspective, more woke this morning, to say the user words, it just reminded me, to put it nicely, an STD. Like, I don't know, it's just some sickness. The balls, maybe if it wasn't around the shoulders, throughout the train, yes, but around the shoulders, it just was too much. Again, it just looked like a disease more than anything, as weird as that sounds. But the people were split. It's 50-50 as you guys voted on our circle polls. Moving on to Lady Gaga. um, who usually she serves. She, as we know, Lady Gaga is a fashion icon and has always taken great risks. So let's get into what the circle post for her. I personally said keep it as soon as I seen it. Listen, Gaga has always been a risk taker with her fashion choices, right? Sometimes, depending where it's at in the moment, I've questioned it throughout the many years because at this point, when you think about it, Gaga's been around for a minute. But this, it fit, especially with the theme of this year, it definitely fit. She looks amazing. It's giving like mermaid, aqua, queen. I like the red hair is different than the blonde and the black that we've seen her. The makeup is very good, and you guys agree. Everyone 100% said keep it. So moving on to a look that, listen, we all love TT Angela, right? We all love Auntie Angela Bassett. She was one of the first out last night, and for me, listen, this was a shredded. The makeup was not good, and this is what I mean when I say Anna Wintour. If she's really approving all these outfits, are you really trying to sabotage some people? Are you really trying to set up some people? Because this right here, nah. And I love Angela Bassett. She's a beautiful woman. Obviously, she's a woman of a certain age, and but she's still beautiful. And I pray that when I'm at a certain age, I still look as good. But she's a beautiful woman for her age. But this look is a no-no for me. And a lot of you guys agreed. 83% said shred it, while 17% said keep it. Moving on to Bad Bunny. Now, listen, this maybe would have been a debate if I had any of my co-host Melanie on or any of our special guests on, but most of you would be surprised to find out that I didn't really love where I was surprised, and I get it. Listen, he's a fellow Pisces. We know I love Bad Bunny. Like, come on, um, fans since day one. Okay, but one, the weekend has done this look, and I believe he worked with the same prosthetic makeup person that did the weekend when the weekend did his, I believe it was the AM FM era, and he looked old. That's what Bad Bunny did. I'm not saying he mimicked the weekend, but obviously a lot of people pointed it out today. And listen, I like it, but at the same time, and again, I get it as a Pisces, but for me, it was a shredded. I'm not gonna lie. For me, it was a shredded. Most of you though thought, and listen, one thing about me that you could say is I'm not biased. You're not always gonna be like, oh, he's always taking up for this person, that person, whatever. I am not a biased person, so and this proves it. 80% of you said keep it though, while 20% said shred it. Moving on to Raul Alejandro. Raul Alejandro had to like that's that vision, that's that age. Raul Alejandro. Um li- what threw it off for me, and I'm just gonna go right into it. It was what he tried to do with the nose little accessory and the face. It was like if he could get rid of that, not even if he could get rid of that, even the outfit itself, it's not what's the art. If we're talking about costume art, what is the art there? You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was a shredded, and I love Raul Alejandro. He's a good looking guy, but hey, you guys disagree? 83% said keep it, while 17% said shred it. Moving on to Kylie Jenner. Of course, the Kardashians was in there like roaches in the dark, and a few of them, Chloe and Courtney weren't there, but the rest of the clan was. Okay, okay, okay. And Kylie Jenner here. Listen, I'm gonna give it up. I'm not gonna be a hater either. Kylie Jenner's a beautiful girl. Surgery, listen, whether it's makeup, surgery, whatever. The girl, she's a beautiful fucking girl. Bought or not, listen, if you buy it, she bought it, like own the beauty you bought and sculpted. This look, I'm not a lie, and again, I'm not gonna be a hater. For me, it was a keep it. She looks gorgeous. I love the like. It gave me a little Tyler vibes when Tyler did this sand looking corset looking thing a few years ago at the Met Gala as well. Um, at first, the dress part, I get it. I got it, but at the same time, I was a little confused. But overall, it was a keeper for me. It was definitely a keep it. And let's see what you guys thought in regards to Kylie's look. 67% says keep it, while 33% says shredded. Not too shabby there. Now, Serena Williams was another co-chair of the night. Um, Listen, I think her sister was there. Her sister's not a choice as part of our Keep It or Shredded tonight, but I preferred her sister's look versus hers. Um, for me, I think initially I voted keep it. I'm not sure if this was one of the looks, but for me, it's a shredded. 43% of you said keep it, while 57% said shredded. Moving on to Rihanna, one of the last to arrive. And I don't know if it's because she's that bitch. Well, she is that bitch. Or she's like, this is the time I'm gonna arrive. You want me to pop up and show off and be a moment for you? This is the time I'm gonna arrive. I have 3 kids. But Rihanna made her return to the Met Gala. Her along, like just like Beyonce, they haven't been at the Met Gala for years. So a lot of people were excited to see them. They're always a moment, you know what I mean? And they're fashion icons. So everyone was waiting to see what Rihanna showed up and popped out with. And I said keep it. I like the makeup. Listen, I think Homegirl's pregnant. I'm just gonna sit here and admit it. I think Homegirl is pregnant. I'm not gonna knock anyone trying to have kids and build a family. Listen, if anything, I'm a little jealous that her and ASAP Rocky are just like banging like that, where they're creating kids year after year. May I find that type of love. But with that being said, I the makeup, she looks good, the face looks good. I like it. I think initially I was torn because of that little oval long scarf looking thing, which is again trying to cover allegedly possibly a baby bump. Um, but she looked good. I know some people were saying no or complaining, but later on when we get to a certain look, I'm going to give you a look that I wish Rihanna wore this year. Where when I seen this person wear it, I'm like, this is what I envisioned a Rihanna wearing. But I still said keep it. 71% of you agree with keep it, while 29% says shred it. Moving on to Madonna. Listen, I seen this look. I woke up today, a lot of mixed reactions. The polls were everywhere for Madonna's looks as well, I believe. I loved it. I loved Madonna's look. Um, Her makeup, and listen, ladies, this goes to show, even when you get those cheeks and those fillers and those puffers where you're looking like a blowfish, you could still revert that shit, because Madonna once upon a time was looking like a blowfish. And I'll tell you this, yesterday's makeup solved. She looked so young. She gave me Ray of Light Frozen. Like if you're a Madonna fan, if you know the song Frozen, the video Frozen, The Power of Goodbye, that era where she had black hair. I love Madonna with a black hair or brunette, like a darker hair. I love when Madonna gives that. And this, I believe, in my opinion, made her look younger. This look made her look younger. And she also delivered the assignment of what the theme was. So, and we're gonna get into the themes and the assignments. A little more explanation about that after the post. But let's see what where I loved it. Most of you, actually, a lot of people loved it. 83% said keep it. and 17% said shredded. So moving on to Rihanna's baby daddy, ASAP Rocky. Let's get right into this. I thought he looked like the Queen of Hearts slash Snow White slash Pepto Bismol. That was my first thing, the way my mind thinks. For me, it was a quick shredded, but 67% of you guys said keep it, while 33% said shred it. Moving on to Ciara. Now, when I see Ciara, this is what I said. This is what I wanted Rihanna to wear. Or Rihanna's outfit, if she lost that big old round thing, would have given more slim like this. But again, if you're allegedly carrying your fourth child is it? Yeah, fourth child, you know, illusions. But Ciara, this one right here for me, as soon as I seen it, I just thought Coming to America, Queen. I loved it. I loved it. For me, it was a keep it. And I want to see what our circle and you guys voted. This was another unanimous one on our circle poll on our Instagram page. 100% said keep it. Moving on to a girl that a few years ago she wowed me with her sand look that she wore. I'm like, oh my god. This year she underwhelmed me. She wowed me one year. She underwhelmed me this year. I don't like the hair. I don't like the hair. The long train bottom part kind of fucks up the whole outfit, if you ask me. Um, and it just gives cheap. It just gives like more of a VMA look. Again, if Anna Wintour approves all these outfits, why is she setting some of these people up? I like the mid from like the belly part up. I like that look and that illusion and that sexiness. But again, I don't like the hair. Maybe if it was up, but 50% of you said keep it, while 50% of you agreed with me and said shred it. Moving on to the Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Look at The Rock. Who would have known The Rock would have been at the walking Met Gala carpets after watching him in 2000 on WWE? Listen, for the men who, if you're gonna go to the Met Gala, I know for the men it's a little hard to take more of a fashion risk as women do, right? And this is my problem when I see comments on social media about men who do take risk, saying, "Oh, we need masculinity back. Oh, we need machos back. Oh, we need." This is the problem, and it's The Rock, because where's the costume art? Where's the assignment? And this is what I meant earlier on the show, where I'm like, it's kind of hard to vote because he doesn't look bad, but is he following the assignment? To me, it looks like you're going to a prom or a fancy event. For me, it's a shredded, but let's see what you guys thought. And 71% of you said keep it, while 29% said shred it. Moving on to Coleman Domingo, Mr. Joe Jackson. If you're nasty, he what did I initially vote for Coleman Domingo? I think I said keep it. Let's see what you guys thought about Coleman Domingo's look as I try to pull it up in my handy dandy notebook. I don't have the results for Coleman Domingo's look, but let's keep it moving. Oh, and that was the last. That was the last of them all. Okay. So that was the last of the looks. Actually, no, we do have one that we did not put up in our circle pose, but I had to include it. Sam Smith. Listen, for me, is a shredded. And I would have loved to see the opinion. I would love to know the opinion of Melanie. Maybe she'll comment, or maybe we'll go over it on tomorrow's new episode of the podcast, dropping Wednesday at 8 p.m. live. Listen, I like Sam Smith as a single. When Sam Smith first came out, I was really, and I still like Sam Smith. It's just some of his fashion choices, and after coming out, Listen, express yourself. Like Madonna said, express yourself. I cannot knock anyone who wants to express himself a certain way. Um, it's just sometimes too much. For me, it was a fucking shredded. It just looked. My first instinct when I seen this look and it was him coming out his hotel room, it was just like, what the fuck? What like clownery bullshit is this? It looks like a fucking black swan peacock. It's just a no for me. So it would have been interesting to see what my fellow counterparts would have thought about this look, but is a nah for me, dog. But listen, we was talking about the themes of the Met Gala, and you what we I want to show an example of some of the people that understood the assignment and when it comes to the themes. Like we just mentioned, The Rock looked like he was going out of prom of his daughter's quinceanera or something like that, where you know even Bad Bunny for me, and that's why I was a shredded because I guess aging could be an art. I don't know, but mm, let's get into that's why the women know that more than the men, but that's usually the case. But as you see right here, we have Emma, what's her name? Emma Chamberlain. And then I'm already forgetting about her name. Who again, like I mentioned, reference Van Gogh. She's in Muglier, and her reference is Van Gogh and Munch brush strokes. Again, the arts. That was the reference this year. That was the theme this year. Another person, as I mentioned, that again did the theme Madonna and Saint Laurent. Reference the Temptations of Saint Anthony's Fragments 2. Uh and if you see the art, she even had women also doing the same thing, carrying her the skirt part. For me, listen, Madonna did it. Madonna was one of my favorite looks, and she looked amazing. Yo, Madonna looks amazing for her age. Again, the reversal fillers and all that she was doing, plucking. I don't know what good facial she did, but Madonna, you look good. And even Kylie Jenner is Scaparelli, references Venus de Milo. We had SZA in Baudet. She referenced Oaksum. We don't have some of the pictures here, but even Heidi Klum, an honorable mention, which for me it would have been, I get it. She really went out there. Heidi Klum is known as a during Halloween, she fucking goes out there. And I love Heidi Klum. I look forward to see what Heidi Klum's gonna do during Halloween. But Heidi, this ain't Halloween. This is the Met Gala. And again, I love an intentional person that goes all the way. But for me, it would have been a shredded. But she referenced Raphael Monti's 1846 sculpture, Ville Vestal. Again, we don't have a picture of that, but that was a theme, and some people nailed it, some people didn't. But listen, what did y'all think? Comment, say y'all thing, and remember to follow, like, subscribe, share, all those good things because it's free. Nothing in life is free, but that's free. That's free to do, and we appreciate it. I appreciate it, and make sure to catch all new episodes every Wednesday of the Inner Circle Podcast, dropping at 8 p.m. Thank you for watching. This was an episode of Keep It Shredded, and we'll see you guys next time on the next red carpet. Adios. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe.